The same week you finally pay off the debt, you book the trip you can't afford. The same month you hit your savings goal, you blow it on something you don't even want. It happens too consistently to be an accident, and almost nobody talks about why. Most people assume this is just weakness, poor impulse control, a character flaw they were born with. But the pattern is far too precise for that explanation. It doesn't show up randomly throughout your life. It shows up specifically, almost surgically, right after a financial win. That timing is the clue that changes everything. Psychologists have a name for what's happening inside you when you destroy your own progress. They call it self-sabotage, rooted in identity threat. When your outer reality improves faster than your inner sense of who you are, your subconscious mind treats the success itself as the danger, not the failure, the success. Think about what you were taught about money growing up. Not the lessons anyone sat down to give you, the ones you absorbed from the air in the room. What happened when someone in your household got a raise? What was the tone around people who had more? Was abundance treated as something safe, or something that came with a cost? For millions of people, money was never just money. It was the thing that caused the arguments. It was what made certain people in the family look down on others. It was what changed people, made them cold, made them targets, made them different. If that was your environment, then somewhere inside you, financial safety got wired to emotional danger, and your nervous system never forgot. It doesn't matter how old you are now. It doesn't matter how much therapy you've done or how many finance books you've read. When you hit a money milestone, your subconscious runs the old file. Danger. Do something. And so you do. You spend, you give it away. You make a reckless decision. You restore the familiar feeling of not quite having enough. There's a concept in psychology called a window of tolerance. It's the emotional range inside which you feel regulated and safe. For most people, that window was shaped in childhood. If scarcity was the baseline you grew up in, then scarcity is what feels normal to your nervous system. Security, real security, actually sits outside your window. It feels wrong. It feels like waiting for something bad to happen. So the moment you cross into financial security, your body does what it always does when something sits outside your window of tolerance. It reaches back toward the familiar, not because you are broken, because you are doing exactly what a well-trained survival system is supposed to do. You are regulating yourself back to the emotional temperature you learned to call home. This is why willpower alone will never fix this. You cannot white-knuckle your way through an identity that doesn't include being someone who keeps money. It's the same reason why lottery winners, statistically, are more likely to be broke within 5 years than they were before the win. Their outer financial reality shot past their inner financial identity, and the inner identity always wins. The emotional punishment doesn't always look like spending either. Sometimes it looks like guilt. You hit a goal, and instead of feeling proud, you feel like you cheated somehow. Like you don't deserve it. Like someone is going to find out you're not who they think you are. That's imposter syndrome colliding with financial success, and it's one of the quietest and most destructive combinations there is. Sometimes the punishment looks like generosity weaponized. You give the money away before you can keep it, before anyone can accuse you of becoming someone who hoards, who forgets where they came from, who changes. Generosity is beautiful, but not when it's driven by shame. Not when it's a way of proving to your old neighborhood, your old family, your old self, that you're still the same person who struggled. And sometimes it looks like nothing at all on the outside. You just stop. You stop investing, you stop tracking, you stop showing up for the version of your financial life that was actually working. You let the momentum quietly die and tell yourself you got busy. But what you actually did was get scared. Scared of what it would mean if it kept working. What would it mean if you actually kept it? If the savings account kept growing and you didn't destroy it? If the debt stayed paid off and you didn't rebuild it? It would mean you are now a different person than the one your family knew. It would mean you have left something behind. And grief, even grief for a painful past, is real. Your nervous system can mourn a struggle it no longer needs to have. The path forward is not more discipline. It's not more budgeting apps or more motivational content. It's something slower and more intimate than any of that. It's the deliberate, repeated act of expanding your window of tolerance around financial security, of sitting with the discomfort of having enough, long enough that your nervous system stops treating it like a threat. That might mean writing down, honestly and specifically, what money meant in your household growing up. Not to blame anyone, just to name the file your subconscious has been running, because you cannot override a program you refuse to look at. The moment you can see it, it loses about half its power over you immediately. It might mean practicing staying. Every time you hit a small financial win, instead of immediately moving on or immediately undoing it, you pause. You let it land. You let yourself feel like someone who has enough, even for just a few minutes. You are not celebrating. You are training. You are teaching your nervous system a new baseline. It will feel uncomfortable at first. It might feel dishonest, like you're pretending. That discomfort is not a sign you're doing it wrong. It is the exact sensation of your identity beginning to shift. It is what growth actually feels like from the inside, before it becomes normal, before it becomes you. The moment something goes right with your money, something inside you tries to destroy it. Now you know that something has a name, it has a history, and it has a limit. Because unlike the child who had no choice but to absorb those early lessons, you are someone who can now write new ones. That is not a small thing. That is everything.